Hi everyone. I hope now I am audible to you and you can see me. And I'm so sorry there was a glitch and I hope now I am visible to you all. Let's just wait few minutes to so that you all can quickly join it. Okay, so we are waiting for few more minutes so that you guys can quickly join it. All right. So as you all know that we are talking about cryptocurrencies in this particular live session, and I already told you that we are going to start it from zero, from scratch. We are going to continue about it so that you have all the knowledge that is required to, master cryptocurrencies or master investments, which is going to provide you returns. And I already told you that investing is a very good way through which you can make money, through which you can earn without actually doing something. That's a sort of passive income, right? And nowadays, cryptocurrency is actually trending. It's making headlines everywhere. Your friends, your colleagues might be talking about cryptocurrencies. So if you're also wondering that how you can actually start cryptocurrencies investment, or you might have been thinking that I also want to start investing in cryptocurrencies, but I'm unable because I know nothing about it. So you have came to the right place, because right here we are going to talk about cryptocurrencies. We are going to talk about investments and how you can also start your crypto journey. Okay, so we were already talking about cryptocurrencies, and I already told you about a lot of things about the evolution. But I was asking you a questions that have prices gone up in the last 10 years, right? And of course, a lot of you have answered yes, the prices have gone up in the last 10 years, right? And another important question is that did salaries increase at the same speed? Of course, prices are going up, but are the salaries also increasing at the same speed? Of course, yes. Yes. Salaries are not increasing at the same speed. And of course, this is actually inflation. This gap is actually called inflation. Now, in the middle of all this chaos, someone, or you can say a group, actually introduced Bitcoin. So it was Satoshi Nakamoto. He introduced Bitcoin. Okay, and it was the year 2008 when there was this financial crisis. So at this time, he introduced Bitcoin, and the idea was very simple, but again, powerful. So, what if money didn't need banks? What if people could control their own money? See, right now, that paper money is controlled by bank. Okay, there is someone, there is authority who controls that money. But what if we can just control our own money? We have the ownership of our own money, and we don't need banks for it. So for this, Satoshi Nakamoto actually introduced Bitcoin. Okay, so another thing is, what is actually a Bitcoin? And of course, I'm not going to do any tech talk here. Let's simplify Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin is not a company, Bitcoin is not owned by anyone, and Bitcoin has no CEO. Bitcoin is simply a decentralized digital currency. Yes. So, think of Bitcoin like an email. Not everyone owns email, yet everyone uses it, right? So, Bitcoin works the same way, but instead of sending messages, you send value. I hope I am very much clear to you all. I hope you are enjoying this live stream at the same time and I'm not just, bombarding information to you. Type yes if you agree with me. Okay. So, let's talk about Bitcoin. So, as I told you that, Bitcoin is used to send value. And another thing, or you can say another positive thing about Bitcoin is that there will only be 21 million Bitcoins, not more than that. So there are only 21 million Bitcoins. And, no one can print more, no government can change that. So, see, gold is valuable because it's limited, and Bitcoin is valuable for the same reason. But Bitcoin is digital, okay? Like gold exists in physical form, but if we talk about Bitcoin, so it exists digitally. And another very much important thing about this cryptocurrencies is, you might have heard a term that is blockchain. And blockchain is a word that scares people. So just tell me, what is Bitcoin? What is actually blockchain? How many of you know what is actually blockchain? Come on, you can just let me know in the comment section. You can just type in the comment. Okay, so okay, I have read your comments. Okay, so let's just discuss about blockchain. So okay, so blockchain is actually very simple. With the word we might think that it's like something that normal people can't understand, but it's not like that. Blockchain is actually very much easy to understand. So let's talk about blockchain, and you just have to imagine a notebook, okay? So every time a transaction happens, it gets written in the notebook. Now imagine this notebook is copied and across thousands of computers worldwide. You can think of it like it is copied everywhere. So if someone tries to cheat, everyone else can see it, right? That is blockchain. Matlab, you can think of it as a notebook, and every time any transaction is happening, it is written in the notebook. And the advantage is that it is copied everywhere around the world, or you can say in every computer around the world, so that everybody sees it. And because of this, nobody can actually cheat, because of course everyone is going to see it, so nobody can cheat. That is simply blockchain. I hope blockchain is way much clear to you all. Okay, so now, uh, you know, I think it's very much clear, and you don't want me to repeat it, right? So that we can move forward, because there are a lot of things that we need to talk about. And at the same time, I think that you guys are enjoying this live stream. Type yes if you guys are enjoying. Okay, so we have already talked about blockchain, okay? And now we are going to move forward, and we are gonna talk about something more important. And now we are going to talk about stock market, because you might think that if you want to invest, why not in stock market? Why in crypto, right? So let's just compare stock market and crypto, then you can decide what you find better, okay? So, you might have already been familiar to stock market. Okay. So what is actually a stock market, and how does that happen? How do you invest in stock market? And meanwhile, you can just let me know, and while I'm just logging into my account, so that we can also learn more about cryptocurrencies. Let me just log in into my Zbit account. Okay, so let's get back to the topic, and I hope whatever we have talked that's very much clear to you. And we were discussing about crypto versus stock market, why you should choose crypto. And I'm not asking you to choose crypto. It's just that I'm going to compare both of these that you can decide what you can actually choose, what is good for you, what you want to choose. Okay. So you might have been familiar with the stock market. So stocks simply means that you own a part of a company, and crypto means you own a part of a network or technology. Okay. So stock markets have fixed timings. Now, if we are talking about stock markets, so it's also having holidays. It's also closed on certain days. But if we are talking about crypto, then it's open 24 into 7. So stock markets open at around 9:15 to 3:30 p.m. But if we are talking about crypto market, so it's open 24 by 7. There is no holiday. There is not any day where crypto market is closed. But stock market, it's open only for a particular time period, and maybe that at that time you are in office or you are in college. If you are a student, you might be in college. If you are doing some job, then you might be in office. So it's not possible that you focus at that time on investing. So of course, one advantage that you get in this particular crypto market is that it's open 24 into 7. And another thing that I would like to share with you is that if you want to trade, so the best time is evening. And if you are busy with office, or if you are a student, then you are busy with studies in the afternoon, so you can easily trade in cryptocurrencies because the best time to trade is evening. And another thing about stock market is that there are rules and regulations. And with crypto market, you get an advantage that there is no special restrictions. And now I'm going to also share with you an important thing about crypto and stock, that is leverage. But before that, I'm going to tell you about one more thing, that as I told that stock market is closed on certain days, but if we are talking about crypto market, so yes, it's open even on Sundays. So if you are thinking that you want to invest, then you can you can use your Sunday to actually invest in cryptocurrencies, and you can trade even on Sundays in crypto market. And that's the reason crypto traders need some good sleep discipline. Okay, apart from that, as I told, there are thousands of cryptocurrencies. But before that, I'm going to talk about leverage, because leverage is another important advantage that you get in a crypto market, and it's not available in stock market. If you have already invested in stock market, you might be aware about it. But if you haven't, let me just tell you. So I already talked about rules and restrictions. So there are many rules and restrictions in stock market, but in crypto market there is no special rules and restrictions. So now, if we are talking about leverage, so another thing is that in stock market, if we are talking about intraday trading, so you get 5 times leverage in stock market. But if we are talking about particular crypto market, so leverage there you get is up to 200 times. Yes, you can get 200 times the leverage in stock market, in crypto market. I'm so sorry, in crypto market you can get 200 times leverage, but it's not the case with the stock market. You just get 5 times the leverage in intraday trading. So this is an advantage, and this is why people are actually switching to crypto, because they get this leverage. And now, if you are actually someone who is starting out, so you might be thinking what leverage is, right? So if you know what leverage is, just type yes in the comment section. Come on, everyone. If you know what leverage is, okay, I can see a lot of people are typing. Okay, works. So, a lot of you might be new in this and you might not be knowing what leverage is. So, I'm going to clear that to you as well. But before that, I also want to talk about another thing that because of this leverage, that 200 times leverage you get in crypto market, and that too when you trade in futures, you get that leverage. Okay. So leverage is simply that even if you invest less amount, you can take a bigger trade. That means if you get profit, so it will be more. But now if there is loss or if there is a risk, then the only amount that you invested, the risk is going to be on that particular amount. So, because of this, you can gain more profit in crypto trading if you are going to trade in futures. And now, what futures and options are, we are also going to talk about that, but later. But first of all, I'm just going to give you a gist about leverage. So, it's very simple. You are investing, suppose, 1,000 rupees, and on this 1,000 rupees, you can take a bigger trade. So, there will be more profit. But if there is going to be risk, then it's going to be only on the amount that you invested. So if you are going to invest 1,000 rupees, so this 1,000 rupees is going to be that risk, or you are just going to lose this 1,000 rupees and not more than that. That means the amount you are investing, you're just going to lose that and not more than that. So that's the reason why people are choosing crypto over your stock market. Now I have a question to you as well. What do you think is better, stock market or cryptocurrencies? And what do you guys actually want to choose? Just let me know. Okay. So that's the reason people are switching to crypto market, and that's the reason they are trading in cryptocurrencies. They are actually switching from stock market to cryptocurrencies. And as I already told you that cryptocurrencies can be seen as a next big evolution in this particular system. Okay, so now let's just move forward. But before that, let me just quickly log in. Okay, so now let me just tell you that there are two ways through which you can start trading in cryptocurrencies. So one is direct, like you can directly trade in cryptocurrency. That is, you can directly buy and sell Bitcoin. So this is called spot trading. Okay. And another way to trade is futures and options. Okay. So you can trade in the contract. So we are going to discuss in detail about this as well, but we are going to do that later on. Before that, I would like to also clarify one thing, because people who are starting out have this one question, that whether or not this particular trading is legal or not, what the laws says about it. Okay, so let me just clarify it to you that there is no law that says that trading in cryptocurrency is illegal. Okay, but of course there's no law that says that it's legal. So it's very much simple that if something is not illegal, of course you can do it. So cryptocurrencies or trading in cryptocurrencies has no such thing that it is illegal in India, particularly if we talk about India. So of course it's not illegal in India. You can easily start trading, starting investing in cryptocurrencies. And one more thing, that Indian government consider cryptocurrency as a digital asset. It's just that they do not consider it as a legal tender. They just don't ask you to do your transactions in cryptocurrencies. But of course, it's very much legal, and you can trade in cryptocurrencies. Apart from that, of course, one more thing that's good about cryptocurrencies is that it follows all the KYC rules and all the AML rules. Okay, they have to follow it, and whatever exchange that you are choosing, they have to follow these rules, and they must be registered under Financial Intelligence Unit, that is FIU. So they take this registration, and then you can see all the exchanges that are registered under this. And the exchange should, of course, have this registration, and they can easily operate or work in India. So, if we are talking about exchange, let me also share with you another thing, that here comes an important thing, and that is, if you actually want to buy or sell crypto, you can use platforms, and that platform is called exchange. So, whatever exchange or whatever platform you are choosing to trade or invest in cryptocurrencies, you have to look for that platform. And here comes the important thing, that for beginners, using a simple and secure platform is very much important, and that's where Zbit come in. So if we are talking about Zbit, so Zbit is designed keeping beginners in mind. And if you are a beginner and looking to start your investing journey, that's where Zbit can actually help you. It is having a very simple interface, it is having easy navigation, and there's strong security. So there's no rush, no pressure, and we can just, invest, or you can just buy or sell crypto on Zbit very much easily. There are certain options available on the platform. And if you haven't downloaded the Zbit app, then you can just download it right now. so that next time we can just log into the app and we can start trading. So any one of you, if you haven't downloaded the Zbit app, just download it right now. And it's way much easy to like you can easily invest on Zbit platform, so you can quickly download it. Meanwhile you are downloading, let's just take a 2-minute pause and then we can proceed further. And of course, as I already told you guys that I'm not just here sharing the information. I want to make this live stream very much engaging, and at the same time I want you all not to get bored. So if you are enjoying this live stream, just drop yes in the comment section. If you are enjoying this live stream, just drop a yes in the comment section. Of course, I'm going to read every comment, so just type yes or no if you are enjoying this live stream. Okay, so let's move forward, and now we are going to talk about more in detail about cryptocurrencies. And I just give you a gist about the difference between crypto and stock market and why you should actually choose crypto. Apart from that, we already discussed about Zbit. Of course, we are going to talk about Zbit and the exchange, the platforms, more in detail, but later. First of all, let's just clear the basics. So I hope more in detail, but later. First of all, let's just clear the basics. So I hope whatever we have talked till now, that's very much clear to you, right? And if you actually understood it, just type yes in the comment section. And I hope this session is very much helpful to you. And if you like this session, just like the stream, share the stream, and tomorrow also I'm going to come live. So share it with your friends, with your family members who are, starting out in the world of crypto. Just share it with them and with the people who are scared of crypto. Like, share, and comment this live stream as well. And apart from that, if you have already downloaded the Zbit app, then you can also join the group, that is Zbit with Aliza. You can join the group. If you have already downloaded the Zbit app, you can join that group chat on Telegram. And if you haven't downloaded the app even till now, then I would just like to say you all that download the app as fast as you can. Download the Zbit app and then just join the group chat with me. You can download the app and just join the group chat with me on Zbit app. Okay, so let me just also tell you quickly about the stock market. And before crypto market, let's just quickly understand a bit about stock market. And of course, in stock market also you have different sort of tradings. So what stock market actually is? Because many people say that crypto is just like stocks, but is it really? How many of you think that crypto is just like stocks? Drop your answer in the comment section. Okay, so let's break it down very slowly and very simply. Okay, so the stock market is a place where you buy ownership in companies, right? So you simply buy ownership in companies. Let me repeat that: when you buy a stock, you are buying a small part of a real company. For example, okay. For example, when someone buys shares of a company like a large technology firm, they become a small owner of that company. It's very simple, okay? Whenever you buy any stocks, and you might have already invested in stock market, because stock market is quite common. So if you have already invested in stock market, just type yes in the in stock market, because stock market is quite common. So if you have already invested in stock market, just type yes in the comment section. There's this option of live chat. You can just drop your comments, your answers in the comment section. So if you have already invested in stock market, just type yes. All right. So as I already told you that you buy a small stock and you become a small part of that real company. Okay. For example, when someone buys shares of a company like a large technology firm, they become a small owner of that company. That simply means if the company grows, your share values also grows. Okay. But if the company performs badly, your investment can also fall. Like if the company is making profit, then of course it's good for you, you get dividends sometimes. But if the company performs badly, your investment can also fall. Okay, so stocks are directly connected to companies performance. Now, here's the important thing, that stock market is regulated. There are stock exchanges, there are government bodies, there are rules, there are trading hours. We have already talked about the trading hours, that in stock market you get a particular time period, and at that time only you can trade, because the stock market opens in the morning and closes in the afternoon. So in between only you can trade, not at night, not in evening. So in most countries also, the timing is same in the morning and closes in the afternoon. Okay. So what if you want to trade at midnight? Of course, you cannot. And stocks also require brokers. You cannot directly buy from the company. You must go through a brokerage platform. So understand this clearly, that stock market is company based, it is regulated by government, it is time restricted, and of course, there is also broker dependency. Now, let me ask you one more thing in the chat. How many of you have invested in stocks? Currently, how many of you have invested in stocks? and we can see that a lot of happening is happening around the world. So of course it's going to directly impact the market as well. So how many of you have invested in stocks? Also, let me just quickly connect my PC to the charger. See, I already told you that I want that if I'm asking a question to you, that you should also reply, because I do not want this live stream to be one way. I want to communicate with you guys. I want you also to take part in this particular live stream, so that it's also engaging for myself as well. So yeah, if you have any question or if you want to say anything, just drop it in the comment section. Okay, so whether you have or you haven't, now let's just talk about crypto. But now I think that you have understood the foundation of stock market. Okay, so let's talk about crypto now. Crypto is completely different in structure. Crypto is not ownership of a company. Crypto is ownership of a digital asset that runs on blockchain technology, and we have already talked about blockchain technology, that everybody is going to know about the transaction so that nobody can cheat. So that's the advantage of blockchain technology that crypto is having. So when you buy Bitcoin, you're not sharing just you are not just buying the shares of a company, you are buying a piece of a decentralized network. And as I've already mentioned it before, that it works on a decentralized network. So you are buying a Bitcoin, that means you are buying a piece of a decentralized network. This network runs across thousands of computers globally. Of course, there is no CEO, there is no central office, there is no government controlling supply. So there's not a centralized authority that's going to look after it. It's decentralized. Now, let's just understand this properly. In stocks, you trust the company, but in crypto, you trust the code and the network. So there's a huge difference. And we have already talked about it, that crypto operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It doesn't care if it's Sunday, it doesn't care if it's midnight or any public holiday. Crypto market never sleeps. This is the advantage that you get in crypto. So if you want to trade at midnight, you can just do it. If you want to trade on a particular day or on any holiday, you can do that as well. But in stock market, you can't do that. And that's why crypto trade sometimes don't sleep either. Okay, and another most important thing is that in the stock market, companies can issue more shares, but in crypto, many coins have limited supply. Like we have talked about Bitcoin. I already told you that that is 21 million, right? So Bitcoin has a minimum maximum supply. Now, one more thing, that no one can suddenly decide to create unlimited Bitcoin, because it has already been created, and that is 21 million, right? Not more than that. So this makes supply predictable. Now here's something more powerful. In crypto, you can transfer value globally within minutes. If you want to send money internationally using banks, it may take days, but crypto, it can do it in minutes. So of course, with cryptocurrencies, you are not just investing, but you can also make transactions. And if you guys already use cryptocurrencies to make transactions, just let me know in the comment section. How many of you already use How many of you already use cryptocurrencies to make transactions? See, one Just let me quickly know in the comment section. Just quickly let me know in the comment. Okay. All right. So, yes, as I told you that you can transfer value globally within minutes through crypto. If you want to send money internationally, you can do it easily with the help of crypto. And that's the reason many people see crypto as a technological evolution of money. And as I told you that crypto works on a technology that is blockchain, so nobody can remove that transaction, nobody can change it. And of course, there's not a government that is controlling it. It's controlled through blockchain technology, and it's actually not controlled. It's just decentralized, and it works on blockchain technology so that every transaction is recorded on the computers on the network, and of course it cannot be deleted from there. So that's the reason cryptocurrencies have transparency. So now what do you think? What is better? Like stock market is better or crypto are better? What do you think? Just let me know in the comment section. I'm waiting for your replies. Just quickly let me know in the comment what is better according to you. Okay, I can see that Sky Philosophy has asked the question that so it's trust in the rules of the network. Okay, so see, if we are talking about crypto, that whether or not crypto trust the rules of the network, like if we are talking about paper money, so it's trusting the government, it's working on the rules of the government. But What do you mean by crypto trust the network? So if we talk about traditional finance, you trust the bank, right? You trust that the bank will not charge you unfairly, right? The bank will not block your transactions without any reason. The bank system will not fail. You trust that, right? You trust the government. And you can see that the trust is placed onto an institution, onto the government. But in crypto, if you're talking about the trust, so here trust works differently. You are not trusting a person, you're not trusting a company, you are trusting mathematics, code, and network. So, of course, if we are talking about the rules of the network, so they are already written into the protocol. As I already told, that cryptocurrencies or this crypto market works on blockchain technology. All the transactions are recorded, and you can see that blockchain is a certain sort of a notebook where all the transactions are recorded on the computers worldwide, so that nobody can erase it. and and we are talking about the rules of the network. So you can just understand with this example that bitcoin has a fixed supply limit, right? So transactions must be verified before being added. No one can create coins randomly, and the majority of the network must agree before any change happens. So these rules are not decided daily by a CEO, right? These are already programmed into the system, and because thousands of independent computers follow the same rules, no single person can suddenly change them. So when we say crypto trust the rules of the network, we simply means that instead of trusting humans, you trust transparent code and decentralized verification, because crypto market is not controlled by any bank, or there is no centralized authority that is controlling crypto market. It is decentralized. So of course, here's the important part that crypto, of course, trusts the network, but this doesn't mean that crypto is risk free. If you means the type of trust is, it simply means that the type of trust is different. But of course, cryptocurrencies have its own risk. Whenever you are investing, there is risk. If you can get the profit, of course, there are chances of loss as well. So it's simple that in traditional finance, if you're talking about money, you trust the institution, you trust a centralized authority that is controlling all the banks. But if you are talking about crypto, so crypto trust the protocols, it trust the consensus. So that's the core difference between traditional finances and crypto market, or you can say any crypto money. So I hope that whatever you have asked me, it's very much clear to you. Sky philosophy. And another thing, guys, if you have any question related to what we have talked till now, you can just let me know in the comment section. You can just drop in the comment, and I'm going to read all the comments. I'm going to read all the questions, and I'm going to try to give you an answer to these questions. So, guys, if you have any question, just let me know in the comment. And if you want to ask anything, if you want to say anything, you can just drop it in the comment. Let me know if you have any question, and I hope it's very much clear to you whatever we have talked about it. Just type a yes in the comment section. Okay, so now let's move forward. Okay, so we have talked about stock market, we have talked about crypto stocks. Another thing is that in stocks settlements take time, but if we are talking about crypto, so transactions can be faster, and stocks heavily they are dependent on companies performance, but crypto it depends on technology adoption, network demand, and market sentiment. So, of course, I want you to think deeply that stocks are tied to one company's success while crypto is tied to adoption of technology. So I think that you guys are like crypto is having advantage over stocks. And of course, I want to be very clear that I'm not saying that stocks are bad. Of course, they are not. But this is about understanding the differences, and there are certain advantages that you get with crypto, like external authorization by crypto, and you don't need traditional bank approvals, you don't need complicated paperworks to buy crypto. Another thing is that it's open 24 by 7, it never close, and it gives flexibility to global investors. Another thing is that you can transfer that cryptocurrency globally, and it can move faster across borders, it can move quickly across borders, and there are no banks that you have that transparency. As I already you have that transparency. As I already transactions are recorded publicly, so anyone can verify them. This transparency you do not get with stocks, right? Because see, whatever company decides to show publicly, only that information is visible to you. But apart from that, in and with crypto there is lower entry barrier. So in stock markets, you may need certain documentation, brokers, or restrictions, while crypto allows fractional ownership. You don't need to buy one full bitcoin. Of course, we are also going to talk about lots that are there in cryptocurrencies, like one lot is equal to how many or how much bitcoin. We are going to talk about that but later on. And with this, you should be knowing that you can even buy a small portion of any cryptocurrency. Another thing is that innovation speed. Crypto technology evolves very fast. And new use cases like technology evolves very fast. And new use cases like smart contracts, decentralized finance, NFTs all came from blockchain innovation. Now, just tell me one thing, that what advantage impressed you the most? Just type in the chat box. What advantage, you are impressed by what advantage of crypto over stocks? Just let me know in the comment. Okay, so I hope now I am audible to you guys. There was a slight glitch as my microphone battery is dead, so there was a glitch because of that. So I have disconnected my microphone, and now I think I'm audible to you guys. Okay, all right. So let's just quickly move forward. And I was talking about to you different sort of cryptocurrencies, right? So we have already talked about Bitcoin, we have talked about Ethereum, we have talked about altcoins, right? And as I told you that altcoin simply means that alternative coins, and these are cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin, and they do focus on different things. Like some can focus on speed, some focus on privacy, and some focus on gaming, while some can focus on finance. So each project solves a different problem. That's how altcoins work. Okay. Now we were discussing about stable coins. I hope whatever I have shared to you before that, it is very much clear to you. So now let's talk about stable coins. So stable coins are designed to maintain stable value. Usually, uh, they are pegged to a currency like the US dollar, and they reduce volatility. And you can say that if Bitcoin is emotional, then stable coin are calm and stable. Okay. Anyways, jokes apart, let's just switch to the next category, that is fifth category, and it is utility tokens. Okay, so I have a question to you. Does any of one of you know about utility tokens? What are utility tokens? Just let me know in the comment section, and of course I do read your comments, so just quickly drop your comment. Okay, so let's just discuss about the fifth category, that is utility tokens. So these gives access to services within a platform. Okay, that is all about utility tokens. It's very easy. And then there is another category, that is governance tokens, and these allow holders to vote on decisions within a project. So here is something more important. Not all cryptocurrencies are equal, and some are long term projects. You can say that they are strong long term projects. Some are weak, and some even disappear. Yes. Some cryptocurrencies can even disappear. So it is very much important that you research well and then you start investing. And that's the reason education matters, and that's the reason I am here to share with you all the knowledge about cryptocurrencies, the knowledge about investing. And I hope you guys are enjoying this live stream session with your host Eliza. And also you can download the Zbit app, and you can join the group chat with me on Telegram. Just download the app, and then you can join the chat with me on Telegram. Hey, hi. Uh, Hi. I'm Zbit user. Okay, so if you are a Zbit, so if you are a Zbit user, you can just join the group chat with me on Telegram. Okay, so we have talked about different sort of cryptocurrencies. We have talked about Bitcoin. We have talked about Ethereum. We have talked about altcoins. We have talked about stable coins. We have talked about utility tokens, and then we also talked about governance tokens. And now we are going to move forward. And I would also like to tell you one thing that we have discussed a lot of things. That is, we have discussed about stocks, we have discussed about cryptocurrencies as well. So, if you have any doubt till now, you can just let me know in the comment section quickly. If you have any sort of question, just type a comment section. So if you have any question, just quickly let me know in the comments so that we can move forward. So am I audible to you guys? Okay, so I think now we can move forward. Okay, so we have talked about cryptocurrencies, we have talked about the stock market, and I hope that you know now that stock represent companies and crypto represent decentralized technology. Okay, so that's all about cryptocurrencies and that's all about stock market. But now another important things here comes that we are going to talk about. Like we are also going to discuss, quickly about blockchain fundamentals. But before that, um, okay, so one of you have told me that you are so cute. Okay, thank you so much for this compliment. All right, so now we can move forward. And if you are enjoying this live session with me, just drop a yes in the comment section. Okay, so I hope that's clear to you. Now we are going to discuss another important thing, and that is blockchain. Because one of you also has asked me that how this blockchain works, and if like all the transactions are recorded on this blockchain technology, whatever you are making transactions with the cryptocurrencies, those are recorded on this blockchain technology so that everybody can see it and there is transparency. So we are now going to talk about blockchain fundamentals, and if you are starting this out, so you might think what actually blockchain is, and it might sound technical, it might sound complicated to you, but it might sound complicated to you, but it's not that it's something that only engineers understand. Today you are also going to learn what blockchain is, and how it works. I'm going to tell you all that in a very simple language. So let's just simplify this together. Are you guys ready? Okay, so let's just start this. So, blockchain, as I already told you, it is a digital ledger. Now, you might think that what actually is a ledger, right? So, a ledger is simply a, you can say, a record book. It records the transaction, and that's it. So, when you go to a shop and you buy something on credit, so the shopkeeper writes your name and the amount in a notebook. So that notebook is a ledger. Now, that notebook is a ledger. So when bank track your deposits and withdrawals, they maintain a digital ledger. So understand this clearly that blockchain is just a special type of ledger. Now, what makes it special? Can you just let me know what makes a blockchain a special sort of ledger? Just drop it in the comment quickly. Okay, so let's get back to it quickly. And I was talking about what makes blockchain a special type of ledger. So it is special because it is decentralized, it is transparent, and it is extremely secure. Now let's just understand centralized versus decentralized ledger. And you can just imagine a normal bank ledger. The bank has one central database. It controls it, it updates it, and it can freeze accounts. It can reverse transactions. That is centralized control. Okay, now imagine something different. Imagine a ledger that is completely uh, copied across thousands of computers around the world. No single person controls it. So if one computer tries to cheat, the other computer rejects the change. That is decentralization. So blockchain is a decentralized ledger. Instead of one authority, many participants maintain it together. So let me ask you one thing. Which system sounds safer to you? One central authority controlling everything, or thousands of independent computers verifying transaction? Type A or B in the chat. If one central authority controls everything, controlling everything sounds safer to you, you can just type A. And if thousands of independent computers verifying transactions sounds safer to you, so you can just write B in the chat box. Quickly, everybody. Okay, quickly. All right. So, of course, thousands of independent computers verifying transactions. It is much more safer, right? So, that is the core innovation of blockchain. Now, one thing is that why it's called blockchain. So, of course, transactions are grouped into blocks, and each block contains a list of transactions, a timestamp, and a unique digital fingerprint called a hash. Okay, so that's the reason it's called blockchain. And once a block is full, it gets linked to the previous block, like links in a chain. So block, 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 and they all are linked together, and that's the reason it is called blockchain. So each new block connects to the previous one, and if someone tries to change an older block, it breaks the chain, and the system immediately detects it. That's why you can say that blockchain is actually transparent and it is more secure than any other thing. Now, I've also used a term here that is hash. So, what is a hash? Do you know what is a hash? Meanwhile, if you are going to, if you want to invest in cryptocurrencies, if you want to buy or sell cryptocurrencies, you can quickly download the Zbit app, and it's a very easy platform. It is very easy to use. The interface is very simple. So if you are a beginner who is investing or who wants to trade in cryptocurrencies, you can just download the Zbit, and also you can join the group chat with me on Telegram after downloading the Zbit app. All right, so we were talking about hash, and I asked you what is a hash. So let's talk about hash, and it is way simple than it sounds. So hash is like a digital fingerprint. If you change even one letter in a document, the fingerprint changes completely. So every block has its own hash, and if someone tries to modify a transaction, the hash changes, and the network immediately knows something is wrong. That's how blockchain stays secure. Okay. So, how transactions work on blockchain? So, imagine you send one Bitcoin to your friend. So, what's the step one? You initiate the transaction. And then, step two, the transaction is broadcast to the network. And the third step is that computers in the network verify it. Then they check, do you actually have one Bitcoin? Are you authorized to send it? Then, once it's verified, it gets added to a block. The block gets added to the blockchain, and that's how the transaction is completed. So, of course, there is no bank, there is no middleman, and there is no central authority. It all works on a blockchain technology. Okay, so I hope that now you know how transactions are recorded on the blockchain technology. Okay, so um, another important thing is that what makes a blockchain secure. So there are three major reasons why you can say that blockchain is very much secure. The first one is decentralization. There is no single point of failure. Second is cryptography. Every transaction is encrypted. Okay, and third is consensus mechanism. Now, what's that? Any one of you who can tell me what is consensus mechanism? Well, this is how the network agrees that a transaction is valid. Now, this sounds technical, so let me just simplify it. Consensus simply means agreement. Before adding a block, most computers in the network must agree that it's valid. And if the majority agree, the block gets added, and if not, it gets rejected. So, cheating becomes extremely difficult in this particular case. That's the reason you can say that blockchain technology is very safe, and that's the reason cryptocurrencies or the transactions that you are making in the crypto market are safe. It's because of this blockchain technology. So I hope you are enjoying this live stream, and whatever we have talked about till now, that's very much clear to you. And as I've already told you that you might be a beginner or you might be someone who is already investing into it, but I am starting this live stream from the scratch, from the zero. We are going to learn about the basics of the cryptocurrencies, and then we are going to move forward. So I hope that's very much clear to you. And of course, I'm going to come live tomorrow as well, so there will be another live session tomorrow as well. So just don't forget to join that live stream as well. We are going to discuss more thing in tomorrow's live stream session. So just join that as well. But let me know how are you enjoying this live stream or not. All right, so let's move forward. All right, so let's move forward. Okay, so now we can just look at public versus private blockchains. So not all blockchains are the same. There are public blockchains and there are private blockchains as well. And if you're talking about public blockchain, so with public blockchain, it is that anyone can join, anyone can view transactions. Example, you can say that major cryptocurrencies are the great example of it. Okay, now let's just talk about private blockchain. So if you're talking about private blockchain, so the access is restricted and it is usually used by companies. And public blockchain focus on openness while private blockchains focus on business efficiency. Okay, and if you want to know about the real world use cases of blockchain, so there's a lot of things where blockchain is used, and no, it's not just about crypto. There are many use cases like payments, supply chain tracking, digital identity, voting systems, smart contracts, decentralized finance. So for example, if we are talking about supply chains, so blockchain can track products from factory to store, and in voting as well it can reduce fraud, and in contracts it can automate agreements. So this was about blockchain, but let us also have a look at smart contracts. All right, so we are talking about smart contracts. If we are thinking of a smart contract is a self-executing agreement written in code. For example, if a person, there's a person, you can just assume person A. So if person A sends money, then ownership transfers automatically. There's no need of lawyer, no paperwork, no delay. The code executes automatically when conditions are met. This is revolutionary, and this is what platform like Ethereum introduced. As I already told you that Ethereum is also used as a platform. Now, there are certain common myths as well about blockchain, so that also I'm going to bust today. So there is a myth that blockchains means illegal activity. No, of course not. Blockchain does not mean there is any illegal activity. It's just a technology. Another myth is that blockchain can be hacked easily. So it's also a myth, extremely difficult because it is decentralized. So of course that's also not a possibility. It is extremely difficult to hack the blockchain. Now another myth is that blockchain is only for tech experts, right? No, it's not at all the case. You are actually understanding the blockchain right now. So, of course, it's not the case that it is only for tech experts or it is used by only tech experts. Okay, so now I think we can move forward. And we have talked about the blockchain, we have discussed the fundamentals of blockchain, we have talked about crypto versus stock market and what are the advantage that you get with crypto and why you should start investing in crypto. But before moving forward, let me just know that how many of you are already investing in crypto so that I know what my audience is actually here for. If you are already investing in cryptocurrencies, just let me know quickly in the comment section. If you are already investing in cryptocurrencies, just quickly let me know in the comment. Alright, so now we know that what a blockchain is. It is simply a decentralized digital ledger made of blocks connected in a chain, and it is secured by cryptography, and of course it is also verified by consensus, and it is transparent. And another thing about blockchain is that it removes the need for trust in a middleman and replaces it with trust in mathematics and code. So that's the reason it is very powerful, and that's the reason that cryptocurrencies are a safer option. So that was about the basics of cryptocurrencies. That was about the terms that I've explained to you. Now let's move towards the important topic, and that is, uh, you know, types of trading. So if you are going to start trading, how can you start? And you should start with spot trading or you should start with derivative trading, and that's the reason I'm asking to you that just quickly let me know in the comment section that how many of you are already investing in cryptocurrencies quickly. Just quickly let me know in the comment section that how many of you are already investing in cryptocurrencies. All right. So before talking about spot trading and derivative trading, I would also like to talk about the tax regulations that are there in India. So if we are talking about this, so there is a tax of 30% that is applicable on the gains that you are gaining from investing in cryptocurrencies. Okay, and it is under the section 115 BBH of the Income Tax Act. So if you are gaining any profit with the cryptocurrencies, then you have to give a 30% tax on that. And these are the regulations that are there in India. And of course, there are TDS regulations as well. So of course 1% TDS is applicable onto that. But there is also a legal solution related to tax that I am going to discuss it with you, but not right now. Of course, when we are going to trade, that time I'm going to talk about that legal solution, that how you can do that. And of course it is very much legal, so how you do not have to give that 30% tax on your earning when you are investing in crypto or when you are making profits with crypto. So let's just talk about crypto, and we are going to talk about spot trading versus derivative trading and what you should opt for. So that's the reason. Just quickly let me know in which you are already trading, like you are already doing spot trading, or you are trading in its derivatives. Okay, so let's talk about spot trading. So spot trading is very simple. That means you buy and sell crypto. It is like direct trading in cryptocurrency. Okay, you actually hold that particular crypto. But in spot trading, there's another thing that you have to give 30% tax. Okay, whatever you are earning through that, you have to give, or whatever profit you are making, you have to give 30% tax onto it. And another disadvantage is that loss cannot be set off against any other income, not even other crypto gains. So if you are gaining something, you are making profit through crypto, but the loss cannot be set off against it. Okay, so here, people usually, avoid it because of this reason. They have to give this 30% tax. But if we are talking about derivatives, so derivatives is also a good option. And if you are holding crypto for an hour, or if you want to do it for months or even a year, then you can go for derivatives. So it is very much simple, that spot trading you can go for when you actually want to hold the crypto for a longer period of time, and derivative you can choose if you want to buy and sell it in the few months, or even if you want to sell it in few hours, you can do it with derivatives. That's a good option. So let me know that what do you prefer, spot trading or derivative trading? And do you know, many beginners, if we are talking about beginners, so they actually lose money, but they do not lose money because the market is bad, but they lose the money because they think that they can trade however they want. Of course, trading involves some strategy. With the strategy, And with the understanding of market, you can easily trade. That's the reason it is very much important that you understand what is spot trading, what is derivative trading, and which one is safe for beginners. Okay, so we have already talked about spot trading. It means direct buying or selling an asset for immediate ownership. You actually hold that crypto, you actually get the ownership. You just pay, you receive the asset, and it becomes yours. That's it. It is very simple. For example, suppose you go to a store to buy a phone. You pay 20,000 rupees, you get the phone, and that phone is yours. That is spot buying. Now, you can just apply that to crypto. If you buy one crypto in spot trading, you pay the current market price. So, you receive that one Bitcoin and it is stored in your wallet. You own it. So this is spot trading. You own the actual asset, no borrowing, no leverage. Profit you can make only if price goes up. Okay. And you have to sell for that. So it is stored in your wallet. You can sell it and make profits out of it. Okay. So you can just understand this also with an example. Like, let's say Bitcoin is at $30,000. Okay, so you buy one Bitcoin, and if the prices goes to $35,000, you can sell it and make the profit of $5,000. Okay, so here $5,000 is your profit. But what if the price drops to $25,000? So of course you are in loss, but you still own that Bitcoin, so you can wait. There is no forced liquidation. Now I've used a term here, liquidation. So what is liquidation? We are going to talk about liquidation as well, but I'm going to talk about it later. Before that, we are just going to get the gist about spot trading versus derivative trading. So spot trading is very simple. You buy low and you just sell when the prices goes up. That's the simple fundamental that's the simple funda how you can say that spot trading works. So let me also ask you a question. If you buy something and you actually own it, does that feel safer to you? Type yes or no. If you buy something and you actually own it, do you feel safer, or does that feel safer? Type a yes or no in the comment. Quickly let me know in the comment. All right. So Of course, we feel safer, right? So that's the reason, spot trading is usually recommended for beginners. Now, what is derivative trading? So, of course, instead of trading in the crypto, now what is derivative trading? So, of course, instead of trading in the cryptocurrencies directly, you can trade in its derivative. So, don't think that derivative is complex. Of course, there's futures and options involved in derivative trading. So a derivative is a financial contract whose value is derived from an underlying asset. That sounds complicated, right? So let's simplify. In derivative trading, you do not own the asset, you are trading a contract based on the asset's price movement. So let me just repeat it. You are trading price movement, not the asset itself. Like imagine you and I make a bet. You say Bitcoin will go up, I say it will go down. And we are not buying Bitcoin, right? We are just betting on its price. So that is similar to derivatives. We are not actually buying it, we are trading in its derivatives, in its futures or in options. So that's how derivative trading works. And you might have heard about futures trading, options trading. So in crypto you can see the most common derivative is futures trading. So futures allow you to go long, bet prices will rise, and it can also allow you to go short. So here leverage comes, but leverage also we are going to discuss in detail, and I'm also going to tell you that how much times leverage you can choose, like 20 times, 100 times, 200 times. So how you can choose that, and what are the factors that you should keep in mind while choosing it. But if we are talking about derivatives, so derivatives is also an option to trade if you want to trade for a shorter period of time. Like if you want to buy and sell it in few hours or in few months or in you can say after a year you want to sell it, so you can go for derivative trading. And another important thing here is that there is no rule of 30% tax. So as I told you that if you are going for spot trading in India, there is a rule that if you are gaining or if you are making profit on any cryptocurrency, and if you are doing it through spot trading, so you have to give 30% tax on that profit, right? So that 30% tax you do not have to give in derivative trading. So that's a very much advantage that you get with derivative trading. So, what's the reason behind it? Because here in derivative trading, you do not directly buy and sell crypto, but you buy or sell or you trade in its futures and options contracts. So that's the reason there is no tax applicable onto it. Now, another thing is that leverage. If you're talking about leverage, so in derivatives, you get the leverage up to 200 times, which is a plus point that you get in derivatives. Like 200 times leverage is actually good. So, higher. Now, what does that mean? 200 times leverage. What does that simply means? So, it simply means that higher the profit potential you are having with that leverage. Means if you are getting 200 times the leverage, that means you are also getting the potential of higher profits, but also higher is risk as well. So risk involved here is also going to be higher. And another important thing with derivatives is that the loss that you are bearing, that losses can be set off from profit, mainly for short term trades. And in spot trading, the losses cannot be set off against any income, even from the profit that you are making from cryptocurrency. But in derivative trading, you can, of course, set that loss from the profit as well. And I already told you about the leverage, right? So, with that 200 times leverage, you get higher profit potential. Now, in derivative trading, there are two options through which you can trade. One is that you can do futures trading, and another is options contract or options trading. So, if you have already investing in stock market, then you have seen that in stock market, a lot of people do options trading, and that's the reason they think that in crypto as well they can go for options trading, right? But that's not how it works, right? If you agree, just type yes in the comment, because I do not want that I'm the only one speaking here. You guys can also ask me questions. You guys can also let me know what you are thinking about this live stream in the comment section. And you can just type yes or no if I ask you any question. Just let me know in the comment. Okay, so Samreen has said yes. Okay. All Everybody who is watching, I want you to interact. You can just type yes in the comment section. Okay. So now let's just talk about options. Okay. So if you're talking about options trading, that's a part of derivative trading. So in options trading, there's limited leverage. Okay. Another thing is that there is expiry. Now, what does expiry means? Expiry simply means that you cannot hold more than a particular date. There's an expiry date. So if that date comes, you cannot hold any cryptocurrency more than that. Okay. And in options, there is also theta decay. Now, what is theta decay? Do you know what is theta decay? Let me know in the comment if you know theta decay. Okay, so let's just talk about theta decay. So, suppose you bought a cryptocurrency, okay, and there is not much movement in price, then you have to bear the loss. Then you can bear the loss because of, less movement in the market or less movement in the price. So this is what theta decay is. Now, if we are talking about option trading, so in option buying, there is less chance of profit when you are buying. So there is less chance of profit, and of course, when you are selling in option selling, so the risk is unlimited. So with option buying and selling, there is less chance of profit, and the risk is unlimited as well. Now, this was about options trading. Now let's talk about futures trading. So like in options trading you get limited leverage, but if we are talking about futures trading, so here you get 200 times leverage, and there is also perpetual contract. Now, what is perpetual contract? Futures trading involves perpetual contract. So what is perpetual contract? Okay, so with perpetual contract simply means that the contract is permanent. There is no expiry date. Like in options trading, there is expiry, and after that expiry, you cannot hold that. Okay, but here there is no expiry, so you can hold for a longer period of time. So it simply means that you can sell after 1 hour, you can sell after 1 month, or even after a year. There is no expiry date. That totally depends upon you. And here also, there is no theta decay, while in options trading, there is theta decay as well. And I've already told you what theta decay is. So if there's not much movement in the price, you can bear loss, and that's what theta decay is. But that theta decay is not in futures trading. And of course, futures trading is also less complex as compared to the options trading. Now, another important question comes if you are a beginner. So, if you are a beginner, you might think that how much amount you should actually use to start investing, right? I have a question to you all that how much amount you think is okay to invest in cryptocurrency. Just let me know in the comment. What do you think with how much amount of money you should start investing? Okay, so let me just tell you that you can start investing with a very less amount as well. So you can start with a small amount, say 100 rupees as well, depending upon the exchange that you are using. And but if you want to make profits in cryptocurrency, then I would suggest you to start with at least 15k to 20k, so that you can manage the risk and you can actually earn profit with cryptocurrency. So you can start even with a small amount, but if you want to gain something, if you want to manage the risk, you can just go for 15k to 20k. But that also totally depends upon the exchange that you are using. And apart from that, if you're talking about exchanges, let me just quickly tell you about Zbit. So Zbit is a very great platform through which you can start your crypto journey. You can uh, start investing in cryptocurrencies through Zbit application. You can just download the app, and after downloading you can also join the group chat with me. So you can have the option there. If you have already downloaded the Zbit app, you can see the option of group chat there, so you can just join that chat on Telegram, and you can learn a lot of things. Apart from that, there are live streams available on Zbit application that you can watch. There are questions that you can get the answers about crypto on Zbit application. So Zbit is very much user friendly. It has a very simple interface, and if you are a beginner, you can just go for Zbit application. You can just use Zbit to start your crypto journey. So that is about exchange. And another thing is that if you want to start investing in cryptocurrencies, then you can use small capital so that you can manage the risk. And it's better that with 15 to 20k you can easily manage that risk, and of course you will be also be able to make profits out of it. So I already told you about the platform as well. Just download the Zbit application. And now I hope this is very much clear to you. Type yes in the comment. And if you are already using Zbit application and you are watching this live stream on Zbit application, then just quickly go to the options. There is an option of more, and you can just join the Telegram group. And that's the official chat with me on Telegram. So you can just quickly join that. Okay. So I hope that's clear to you. Now we are quickly going to talk about some basic terms that you should know. Okay. But before that, just let me know if whatever I have explained till now it's clear to you. Just let me know. Hello, I am good. How are you? I think this is all clear to you. Now let's move forward and we have discussed about spot versus derivatives. I also told you that how futures and options work, right? So spot trading is where you own the asset. There's no leverage usually, and there's also lower risk. It is good for long-term investors if you are looking to, that is you're going to uh, all right. So हमने डेरिवेटिव ट्रेडिंग और स्पॉट ट्रेडिंग के बारे में बात करी। स्पॉट ट्रेडिंग में ऑफ कोर्स लेवरेज नहीं होता है एंड आपके पास एक्चुअली वो एसेट होती है, वाइल डेरिवेटिव ट्रेडिंग में आप एसेट ओन नहीं करते, आप लेवरेज का यूज़ कर सकते हैं। हायर रिस्क होता है डेरिवेटिव ट्रेडिंग में एंड इट इज़ गुड अगर आप शॉर्ट टर्म पीरियड के लिए इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं। ओके, so, if we are talking about the risk comparison between spot trading and derivative trading, so in spot trading, if suppose Bitcoin drops 50%, so you lose a value, but you still own that Bitcoin, okay? But in derivatives, if Bitcoin moves 10% against you on suppose 10 times leverage, so your position can be liquidated. That means your capital can disappear. So here two most important things are there, that is leverage and liquidity. So do you know what leverage and liquidity is? If you know, just type yes in the comment section. Okay, I can see a lot of people typing yes. Okay, that's really great if you know leverage and liquidity. Okay, so let's just talk about leverage and liquidity as well, so that you can just quickly understand these concepts, because see, leverage and liquidity is very much important that you should know if you are someone who is starting out or someone who is looking to invest in cryptocurrencies. So first of all, let's talk about leverage, and I hope I am audible to you. Am I audible to you? Just write yes in the comment section. Okay, I can see a lot of comments that someone has commented, I don't know how to do it. Of course, I am here to help you out. And as I already told, if you have joined this live stream since the start, when I started this, so I already told that I'm starting this live session from zero. Like, we are talking about cryptocurrencies from the scratch. And that's the reason I am explaining to you from the scratch, like from the basics of crypto, so that if you are someone who is thinking to start investing in cryptocurrencies, then you should know the basics of crypto, and then you should actually start investing, then you should actually be practically doing it. That's why I am starting this live stream for 5 days, and we are going to talk about a lot of things, and of course with the basics, and then we are going to start trading. And of course, as I already told, that I want this live session to be, engaging. I do not want this that I'm just explaining to you and like a teacher, I am just discussing everything with you. I want that you should also interact. You should also keep this conversation so that it's a two-way communication where you are also engaged at the same time, so that it's not boring for you as well. Okay, all right. So now let's just talk about leverage. So, what is leverage? Leverage simply means borrowing money to increase your position size. For example, if you have like $1,000, okay, and you use 10 times leverage. So now you have $10,000 worth of Bitcoin. So that is simply the leverage that you are taking. It can be 10 times, it can be 20 times, it can be 30, it can be 200 as well. So it sounds powerful, right? But here's the danger. If the market moves against you by 10%, your entire $1,000 can be wiped out. And this is what liquidation is. So leverage increases both profits and loss as well, because the risk is high. And I think you have now understood what leverage and what liquidation is. But if you want me to explain it in simple terms, then also I can explain. So, if we are talking about leverage, so leverage is simply the borrowed capital that is used to increase the trade size. मतलब कि आप इसको सिंपल ऐसे समझ सकते हैं कि जो भी कैपिटल आप बोरो कर रहे हैं, जिससे आपकी जो ट्रेड है उसका साइज इंक्रीज किया जा सके. You can say the money that broker gives you, or now who is the broker here? So the platform that you are using to invest in cryptocurrency, that is the broker. Okay, so the platform actually provides you that leverage, they provide you that money by which you can increase your trade size. Okay. So broker is any platform. If you are using Zbit, so yes, Zbit is that broker that is providing you the money on which you are trading, and of course they are giving you that leverage. So it can be any platform. You are using Zbit, so that Zbit is a platform that is giving you capital to increase the trades. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that if you have no money, so any platform or any broker is going to give you capital to start investing. Of course, that's not the case. But you can assume that you have suppose 1,000 rupees. आप ऐसा suppose करें कि आपके पास अगर 1,000 रुपए हैं, okay, and now any platform, suppose Zbit. सो जीबिट अगर आप यूज कर रहे हैं तो जीबिट आपको ऑफर करता है 200 टाइम्स लेवरेज already having. So the leverage here will be 200 times, and the amount will be 2 lakh, of course, right? Because 200 times of 1,000 is 2 lakh rupees. So that is how it's working. And now, see, you only have 1,000 rupees, but you are using 200 times leverage. So the money that you are putting in the market is 2 lakh. आपने अपने पॉकेट से तो 1,000 रुपीज ही लगाए हैं, बट आपको उस पे सो द मनी दैट यू आर पुटिंग इन द मार्केट इज 2 लाख. आपने अपने पॉकेट से तो 1,000 रुपीज ही लगाए हैं, बट आपको उस पर 200 टाइम्स जो लेवरेज है वो जीबिट ने प्रोवाइड किया, जिससे आपका जो कैपिटल मार्केट में लग रहा है वो 2 लाख रुपए हो गए. ओके, सो दैट्स हाउ इट्स वर्किंग. सो यू हैव इन्वेस्टेड 2 लाख money in the market. So now suppose that market goes by, uh, market goes by, like suppose you can say that market goes up by 0.5%, right? So you can say that 0.5% of 2 lakh is 1,000 rupees, right? So from your side, from your pocket, you invested just 1,000 rupees and earned profit of rupees 1,000. Okay, I hope I'm very much clear to you. Just type yes if you are understanding whatever I am saying. Just quickly let me know that you are understanding this concept of leverage. सी इट्स वेरी सिंपल. आपने अपने पॉकेट से 1,000 रुपये लगाए, एंड उसके बाद आप उस पे आपको जी बिट 200 टाइम्स का लेवरेज प्रोवाइड कर रहा है, तो मार्केट में एक्चुअली में 2 लाख आपके मनी, आपका कैपिटल देगा. ओके, एंड नाउ बात करते हैं कि अगर मार्केट अप होता है, सो अगर प्राइसेस बढ़ जाते हैं बाय 0.5%, सो यू कैन जस्ट से दैट 2 लाख का 0.5% कितना होता है, सो इट इज 1,000 रुपीज. तो आपने तो सिर्फ अपने साइड से 1,000 रुपये लगाए थे, बट आपको 1,000 रुपये का प्रॉफिट हो गया. सो यहाँ पर प्रॉफिट जो आप बना पाते हैं ना लेवरेज यूज करके, वो ज्यादा होता है. And now, of course, let's just also talk about what if the market goes down. So here is another thing, that if the market goes down, say by 0.5%, so now you can take that risk on your own money. Okay, so you have invested 1,000 rupees from your side, so you are going to take that risk on your own amount, because यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग 1,000, तो आप जो रिस्क है वो आप अपने अमाउंट पे लोगे, बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स नो प्लेटफॉर्म इज गिविंग यू दी, लाइक इफ द रिस्क इज इन्वॉल्व, सो जो भी प्लेटफॉर्म होगा वो अपना जो अमाउंट है, जो लेवरेज है, वो विदड्रॉ कर लेता है, राइट? सो the risk is only involved on your money. Okay, so if you are investing 1,000 from your pocket, so the risk is involved on your money, on your amount that you are putting from your side से लगाए. So remaining 1 lakh you that was given to you by Zbit, so the platform is not going to take the risk on its money, so they will just take that money. So if the prices comes this down, अगर market इतना down हो जाता है, then you may lose the amount and the trade will exit. ओके, इट्स वेरी सिंपल. अगर इतने प्राइसेस डाउन हो जाते हैं कि आपने जो अमाउंट लगाया है वहां तक प्राइस पहुंच जाते हैं, अगर आप वो लूज करने के रिस्क में आ जाते हैं, सो जो भी लेवरेज आपको मिला है, जो प्लेटफॉर्म ने आपको अमाउंट प्रोवाइड किया है, दे विल जस्ट विदड्रॉ दैट अमाउंट एंड ट्रेड विल एग्जिट ऑटोमेटिकली. एंड ट्रेड विल एग्जिट ऑटोमेटिकली. And that's the reason it is suggested that you should never take this high leverage. Okay, because the higher the leverage, the amount of risk is as well higher. So you can just start with a low leverage, because of course leverage also gives you a high chance of earning profit. That's the reason that's the reason they lose their money. Now, what do you think about this? Just let me know in the comment. And if you actually understood the concept of leverage, just drop yes in the comment section. Or if you want me to simplify it more, I can do that as well. Just let me know in the comment section. Hi, a lot of people, I can see your comments. Hello. Hi, a lot of. Also, you can ask me any question, and I am, of course, reading your comments as well. So, if you have any doubt about leverage or anything related to crypto, you can just drop it in the comment section. And if you understood the concept of leverage, just let me know in the comments so that I can move forward. And if you want me to explain it more simply or in a simplified manner, I can do it as well. So, just let me know, because this is very much important that you understand the concept of leverage and liquidation so that you can once you start investing, it will be helpful to you. All right, so I think that you guys have understood the concept of leverage. It's very simple. Like any platform like Zbit provides you the leverage up to 200 times, and you can just take that leverage on the amount that you are investing from your pockets, so that the amount that is present in the capital becomes large. And with this leverage, you can take a just you can say that you can take a bigger trade. Okay, okay? And another thing is that of course, if you are taking 200 times leverage, so the risk is only involved on your money. So if you are investing just 1000 rupees, then the risk is only on that 1000 rupees. That means you can lose that 1000 rupees, okay? Not the 2 lakh rupees that you are getting because of the leverage. Not on that amount. It's just that you can lose your 1000 rupees that you have invested. So I also told you that you should not take uh, much higher leverage like 200 times. So generally, if you are investing like 1000 rupees, you can take 20 times leverage, or you can take 25 times leverage onto that amount. So 20 times is better, and you can of course go with 25 times leverage as well if you want. So now let's just also understand this with an example. Suppose if you are having 1000 rupees and you are taking 20 times leverage on that amount. So in the market, what amount is going? That is 20,000. Okay. From your side, from your pocket, you are investing 1000, and Zbit is providing you the leverage of 20 times. So the total amount that's invested by your side in the market is 20k. Okay. Now, if the market goes up by 1%, then profit of rupees 200, I guess. Yeah. So you get the profit of rupees 200. So on your capital of rupees 1000, you are getting 20% profit if the market is going by 1%. Now, this is the case if you are taking 20 times leverage. And of course, if the market goes down, then you are having that loss on your 1000 rupees, not on 20,000. Okay, because that 20 times is given by zbit. Okay, so you are just going to lose the money that you have invested, that is 1000 rupees. That is how leverage works. And as I already told you that you can start with 20 times, 30 times, not 25 times, not 200 times. You are just selecting one time leverage, that means no leverage. So what happens in that case? What's the scenario in that case? So we are going to discuss that scenario tomorrow, that what happens if you do not take any leverage, how profit works, how loss work in that situation, and how with the leverage you can actually gain more profit. So how with the leverage there is higher chance of profit, I am going to discuss that as well tomorrow. And I hope this concept of leverage is clear to you. But if you have any doubt, you can just drop in the comment section and I'll just try to resolve your doubt. Or if you have any question, you can also let me know tomorrow, because again tomorrow at the same time I'm going to come live and we are going to discuss about cryptocurrencies. We are going to start investing as well, and you can just ask your questions tomorrow as well if you have any doubt related to cryptocurrencies. So I hope today's live stream was helpful to you, and I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. Let me know your views about it. I hope you are enjoying this live stream, and of course, you can quickly drop your questions in the comment section, because then we are going to meet tomorrow again and we are going to discuss about cryptocurrencies. But if you have any questions or if you want to say anything related to the live stream, you can just drop your comments right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's live stream session. And today we have talked about cryptocurrencies. We have actually talked about the basics of cryptocurrencies, and we also discussed about the stock market, crypto market, why you should choose crypto over stocks. And we also talked about different sort of cryptocurrencies. We also talked about the spot trading, derivative trading, how you can choose and what you should choose, what is actually beneficial for you. Then we discussed about futures trading, options trading, and then we discussed another important thing, that was leverage. So I hope leverage is also clear to you. But you, if you have any doubt about leverage, we can of course discuss about more in detail tomorrow, and I'll also just quickly explain to you about leverage tomorrow as well. And tomorrow we are also going to look how the situation works if you choose no leverage and if you just invest from your side, then how the profit and loss work in that scenario. We are going to discuss about that tomorrow. So right now I am just going to end this live session. So if you just want to say anything, you can quickly drop it in the comment, and then I'm going to end this live session and we are going to again meet tomorrow. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today's live session. I hope it was helpful to you, it was informative for you, and of course, you guys enjoyed this, and you guys are also feeling great about this live session. So thank you so much for joining, and you can join the live session tomorrow as well, because tomorrow again I'll be coming live on Zbit YouTube channel, and we are going to discuss more about cryptocurrencies. And meanwhile, if you have not downloaded the Zbit application, so guys, you can quickly download the Zbit and you can start your investing journey right now with Zbit application. And Zbit is very much easy to use. It is beginner friendly. It has a very simple and user friendly interface. So just quickly join the Zbit application just and we are going to again meet tomorrow and discuss a lot of things about cryptocurrencies. Again, I really enjoyed having an interaction with you, having you on my live stream. So everybody, I would like to say thank you so much for joining in today's live stream. And this is your host Eliza, and right now I'll be taking a leave and we are going to meet tomorrow again. So, thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye. All right, everybody. So, be ready for tomorrow's live stream. I'll see you all tomorrow. Till then, just take care. Bye bye. And don't forget to join tomorrow's live session. And if you have not downloaded, then just download it and join the group chat with me, Elisa. Thank you. Bye bye.